have anything set
Hello,
up.
I am Pope Fire the Starfire
Oh,
Outlaw, and
we're
we are
starting.
doing at the altar tonight. Yes, I thought I'd put my more talkative guest on the spot. Real
Yeah.
quick, we're gonna introduce all our artists because we do want to get started here. We do have Adrian, and as always, we have to put Adrian on the spot. So, Adrian, why don't you go ahead and introduce yourself?
I'm Adrian T2099. I draw. And I'm working on comics. I'm working on several comics with Cassidy Blonde.
Yes, and then of course we do have Booster here, but we always skip Booster when he's on. We do
Hiya.
have Good Doug Press. How you doing, Good Doug Press?
Hello, everyone. I'm doing great. Thanks for having me on, as usual. And how are you going to troll me tonight?
I was actually scared of you trolling me because last night I was supposed to send somebody the link, but I fell asleep. So
See, I
I
was
am
smart, and I sent it to her father to get it to her.
okay. See, I am scared of retaliation because if you guys don't know, Manny and I do have a little competition on who control who the
And you
artist.
deserve all the trolling from him you get.
Oh yes, I think after the Santa Claus picture, I think any trolling that you send my
Yeah.
way is validated.
Everything
It's
is all,
deserved.
it's all fun. It's all good. I have no complaints. It's good fun.
And then of course we do have Third here. How are you doing, Third?
I'm all right. Getting aggravated.
Why are
Convincing.
you aggravated?
But
Tell us
alright.
about your feelings.
Booster's already starting.
I am.
So why are you frustrated today, Third?
Oh, I had like 8 failed recordings, and I just kind of got mad.
Aw.
Understandable. Now we do have Shawnee here. How you doing, Shawnee?
I'm good. How are you?
I am doing fantastic. Yes, today's theme is anti-heroes, and I'm very excited for this one because this is one that I've been looking forward to for a while. And then, of course, we do have Trusty's sidekick. How you doing, Trusty?
Hail Eminence. Hey, I'll apologize right now if I fall asleep halfway through this. Manny kept me up way too late last night drawing on his stream.
Come
I
on.
believe it. Manny's
Oh.
a slave driver.
Come on.
He is. It's
It
true.
was fun, man. It was a good time.
It was fun.
I
don't think we-
stoic.
I don't think we introduced Booster.
We do have
And Dina's
Booster here,
stuck
but
in
Booster
here.
is cancer, so it's better to cut him out quickly. Oh, Dinah's here. Hello, Dinah.
Oh.
You finally graced us with your
Hello.
presence. How you doing?
I'm good.
Hello,
I just-
Dinah.
Good.
I just forgot about the time.
Well, I'm happy that you're here now. So, yeah, today's theme is anti-heroes, their impact on comics, and what everybody thinks on anti-heroes, or if they think that there is sort of an overabundance of anti-heroes compared to heroes in modern media. And then, of course, the artists are allowed to draw pretty much whatever they want with this one because there's so many anti-heroes. Or they can even turn one of their favorite heroes into an anti-hero. It doesn't really matter. Yeah, so we'll get started with Adrian. Who is your favorite anti-hero or vigilante?
Well, I mean, you could always go to the most popular Batman family stuff, but I'm gonna go a little off kilter and say that the Shadow is one of my favorites because he was the one that originated a lot of it all.
Can you kind of explain that a little bit? Because I don't think I'm familiar with the Shadow.
What?
Well, the Shadow's an old character from the pulp era,
Right.
and he posed as a villain, basically, to capture other villains.
Yeah. What is he from? Is he from Marvel, DC, or an indie one?
No. He was originally serialized in like a 1930s pulp magazine.
Hold on, because I probably know what he looks like. Because I think I know what we're talking about.
Big nose, hat, red scarf,
Yeah.
dark trench coat,
I think it started.
two guns.
I think it might have actually started as a radio program before it was a book, but I'm not sure. Before they were doing the short stories.
Yeah. Okay, so I know who the Shadow is. I'm just an idiot and forgot.
Yeah, and then they
It's
of course
okay, we
made
know.
comics, and they made a really crappy movie of the character. Recently, they've had a Batman versus the Shadow book, which was really good.
Yeah, I've heard about that. Let's go with Manny. Manny, who is your favorite anti-hero or vigilante?
Well, when I started comic reading, I was lucky. My first anti-hero I got to read was in Amazing Spider-Man 201 and 202. It was the
Mhm.
Punisher. Awesome.
Ooh.
And the next month, it was Captain America versus the Punisher. So he's my favorite anti-hero of the big two. But of my personal favorite anti-hero, Skunk Girl, of course.
Of course.
Yeah.
Of course.
Yeah,
I
I
think
Always
just
he's
be
an okay
plugging, man.
character.
Always be plugging.
Always plugging, always promoting. You got it, Jake.
Every day he's plugging.
no see.
Yeah.
I was actually lied to by I think some people on this stream. Somebody lied to me and told me that Skunk Girl was a villain.
She's not really a villain. She's just misunderstood. Come on.
She's just misunderstood.
Yeah, so
So
the
she's
drawing that I'm going to be
Sundari.
doing tonight is going to be an interesting drawing. There might be a whole bunch of appearances by some of the people on the panel. Yeah.
Oh no!
Ooh.
You remember how I said I was scared of the troll I would get tonight?
And somebody in the chat too is actually on this this drawing too. I've just started it. I did the drawing the other day. I got to put more and more characters in there. So I think
I gotta
Ninja's
see
gonna
what
love
he's
where
talking
he's
about.
placed in the drawing.
Oh
That's for
yes,
sure.
I think Ninja would join us in a little bit. I think he's busy with his kiddos, with what I like to call his ninja clan.
His little ninja.
Little ninjas.
Yes,
Little
his
ninjas.
little ninja clan.
Mhm, mhm.
Let's see. Let's go, Booster. Who is your favorite vigilante or anti-hero?
My favorite vigilante is Catman.
How did I know that?
He talks about him all
Wait,
the
are you
time.
talking about Catman from the Fairly Odd Parents?
No. No, not that Catman. Catman is a DC character who became a part of the Secret
that
Six.
one. I'm sitting here thinking of like Timmy Turner's Catman. I'm like, he kind of is, but why do you hate Adam West? It's Adam freaking West.
Is Thomas Blake the world's greatest tracker?
Oh, okay.
Fair enough.
And he's lived among the lions.
I really like his costume. And ironically
Cool,
enough, the Catman from the Timmy Turner one is wearing almost the exact costume as the one from the comic.
Yeah.
Okay. I mean, I'm cutting it out. Sorry. So I hear like DC's thing. I just heard Catman. I'm like,
No, well,
I like the
while
Fairly
we're
Odd Parents.
talking to you, why don't you tell us who your favorite vigilante and/or anti-hero is, Third?
Okay, I'd have to say, if anyone's ever seen Battle Network, it's like Proto Man. When he turned evil, it was just, I loved it. And then Chad's all moody. He's like, no, my nephew. I'm like, okay, just delete the fucker.
Oh,
Okay,
sorry.
but we said earlier to keep the chat PG.
All right.
Unfortunately, we have Third here, and Third doesn't believe in. I used to have a guild, and in that guild
Okay,
we had a lot of people.
you're going to hear curse words in your life, and I do apologize. I'll keep it quiet from now on, but still.
But we
I
had
didn't
a lot
say
of.
anything horrible.
You do.
Yes, we'll perma mute you, and then we'll kick you like your night pope.
wow.
So what? I'll come back next week just where you kick me again.
Yes. Dinah, who is your favorite vigilante and/or anti-hero?
I got two. I can't really decide who is my favorite. The first one everyone already know, John Constantine. It's an anti-hero, kind of like a prototype of anti-hero. And then the second one is the prototype of the prototype, which is Alex Mercer.
Alex Mercer is a character from the video game Prototype. Lots of
Yes,
tendrils
yes, I
and
know.
shape-shifting. Yeah. Okay, I was just mansplaining it to you. I'm sorry.
No,
Assuming
no,
you
you're
didn't
fine.
know.
I have internalized misogyny, so it's okay if you do. Let's go, Trusty.
Oh my.
Trusty, who is your favorite vigilante and/or anti-hero?
Oh, I don't really have one, but I guess I kind of like V for Vendetta.
Ooh.
Although that's not who I'm drawing.
Who are you drawing?
I'm drawing Madame Mirage. who was, what was it? Image Comics, I think. She had a
Yeah,
miniseries come
Mirage.
out. Kenneth
Mirage.
Rappaport drew it.
Yeah.
I just wanted to draw a sexy
She's
babe
great.
tonight, so that's why I chose her.
Fair enough.
It's great.
Shawnee, who is your favorite vigilante and/or anti-hero?
I don't know if he's my favorite, but he's up there. Magneto from X-Men.
No.
That's a good one.
It's a villain.
Because
Doesn't count.
everyone thinks he's a villain, but he is not a villain.
No,
He's
he's
a
an
villain
anti-hero.
and he doesn't count.
I mean, he kind of is.
Rub that out!
He kind of is a hero in his own sense. I mean, almost most villains are, if you write them.
I mean, the
correctly.
X-Men can be villainy sometimes as well, depending on the writers.
Yeah,
That's true.
yeah, totally.
You were
Would you
drawing
consider
Magneto, yes?
Wolverine an anti-hero?
Yes, I am.
Ha. See, I know stuff. My favorite anti-hero. Well,
She just said that's what she was drawing. You're cheating.
my favorite vigilante is either because I really like Red Hood recently, but for the longest time, my favorite vigilante was Huntress, because I don't really consider Nightwing to be too much of a vigilante, because he does seem to be more heroic than some of the
He's a
other Bat
hero.
Family counterparts. Yeah, he seems more like a hero than he is a vigilante. So I really like Huntress. During the New 52, she was one of the only characters I actually enjoyed reading. But she was one of those characters that I do find her very appealing, both because there's just a lot going on with her. Yes, sexually, but also story-wise. Wait, not sexually. Booster, you jerk!
Oh, I thought this was PG.
I swear, this is why you don't come on at the altar, because you get me like so confused.
I get
Oh, God.
confused. You hear that, boys?
Booster's subliminal man.
So Jacob, how you doing tonight?
Speaking of sexy,
Yeah, speaking of sexy, how you doing tonight, sexy?
Here I am. Yeah. Oh, how's it good? Yeah.
Jacob is actually he's gonna play God in one of the Pope Fire Explains I'm doing.
Oh, Lord.
Oh my goodness.
oh my god.
Pope, what have you done?
Oh no, it's going to be a lot of
It's gonna
fun.
be a lot deeper. I know it's gonna be amazing, and she's gonna be like, "Yay!"
Well, I've also got Chester's wife in that video. She said some stuff in Japanese for me.
You got,
Great.
I mean, you got the same reaction when you heard that voice actress say "Pope fired a Scott guy, fire Scott God thing." Whatever she said, I can't even remember.
Hey, no, when Beast Boy messages you on Twitter, then you can come talk to me third.
You want to know what? No, I don't really care for Beast Boy's voice actor. I just like the character.
Greg is a really cool guy, though.
He can be cool and all that. I still don't like him.
Well, stop getting me off topic. Jacob, who is your favorite vigilante and/or anti-hero?
You know, I'm gonna say Rorschach.
Mm-hmm.
That's a good one.
Good.
That's a good one.
I just read Watchmen yesterday, so not for the first
See,
time.
I would say the question, Steve Ditko never considered him an anti-hero because he doesn't like anti-heroes.
Mm.
That's still my answer. Kind
Yeah,
of.
well, Alan Moore definitely considered him a very different character. I mean, Alan Moore,
Yeah, Alan Moore, that's his opinion.
Yep.
But we do have
Opinions are.
Ninja here as well. Ninja, how was the little Ninja clan?
They are finally asleep.
Finally asleep? No,
Right.
I know that you have to have a favorite vigilante. Or anti-hero.
Yes. Yes. Has anyone said Spawn yet?
No,
No.
nobody said Spawn yet.
Well, that's my favorite
So you should say
vigilante
Spawn then.
anti-hero. Yeah,
See,
yeah, that's what I'm going with.
Yeah, you should call
Just
Spawn.
because, yeah, I'm calling Spawn then.
yeah, Spawn is actually one of
Who's
our. Spawn is actually Crow from the Facebook page, his favorite hero, and he's actually got me to read a handful of comics with Spawn in them, so those were actually kind of fun. Now, the first subject we're going to talk about, discussion-wise, is do you guys think that there is a problem with anti-heroes sort of taking over the heroic traits or heroic stories of comics? If that made any sense.
You mean like there's too many anti-heroes now?
Yes. Or if there's just too many heroes going anti-hero, or too many heroes just losing a lot of their heroic traits to become vigilantes.
Like Titans.
I mean,
like Titans, yes.
It's an interesting take if you see it once or twice, but when you start seeing just about every hero do it, yeah, I gotta agree, it's kind of too much.
It's boring then. It's
I mean,
cool and then
it's
that's
not
cool.
It doesn't make the character like it doesn't make you invested in the characters. Like, oh, why did he go this way? It just makes you go like, okay, wow, he's going through a phase. Thank you.
It certainly happened too much after Dark Knight Returns.
Oh yeah, that's probably when it's all started to kick off. I know we spoke about this on a stream a few months back, but we were talking about if Watchmen made turned comics into this darker route.
Possibly everyone trying to be Alan Moore.
Yeah. I mean, I guess some of the most perfect examples in the bigger two would probably be, what was that Marvel universe where the Wasp was ate by the Blob? Was that the Ultimate Universe?
The Ultimatum. Yeah.
Ultimatum. Yeah. That one, New 52, but DC is kind of known for trying to take all their characters into a darker route, but it seems like New 52 is when a lot of them, like almost all of them, went super dark. Now I know that from some of the Titans books I read that there was this phase where Superboy Prime comes back. I don't really remember the story of that because there's been so many times where I'm just like, okay, DC, stop, calm down, have a little bit of fun, please. But as much as I do love how vigilantism and anti-heroes can work for certain characters, I don't think it works for every single character. And I think that trying to turn every character into this dark, depressing version of almost Batman-like, because that's what it sort of feels like on the DC route, where with Marvel it just seems like they're going more with gore and unnecessary story changes that just don't really add to the character, and they just make you go, okay, this is sort of boring. Because every character is the same. There's nothing positive, nothing happy, and I am terrified for what Booster is drawing.
Oh no. What are you doing?
It's Catman.
It's a Catman.
Look, this is the skeleton of the drawing at the moment, okay? He's crossing his arms, this is his body and his legs, and his big dong. So just give me a minute.
Oh Lord. Oh. How do I get called out every time I say it? One naughty word, but Booster's allowed to be here.
Yeah.
Matthew says the Green Hornet. I consider doing the Green Hornet, but I suck at drawing suits. I'm sure you could do it if you tried, Trusty.
I would have to have, really good reference.
Fair enough. Okay, let's check out what Good Dog Press is doing, because I'm kind of scared for what he's doing as well.
So what I am doing is I'm making a variant cover for Skunk Girl, and it's going to be pretty much Skunk Girl conquers all us indie artists. So I have Scalpel Zero in there. She's conquering Scalpel Zero. I got friendly neighborhood ninjas dying with a smile on his face between Scalpel Zero's legs. Yeah.
Cool, Skunk Girl got some thighs on her.
Yeah, she does on this picture. I got Canadian Shield in there being shot. So anybody who's somebody in our little community is going to be on this picture. So, and I'm starting to do my little Pope Fire. If you guys notice on the bottom, he gets killed also.
You saved it just for the stream.
So this will not be done tonight. That's for sure. This is just a concept that I'm working on.
Retaliation will be in full, Manny.
You're going to be on a variant cover. How cool is that? Come on.
But Manny, the question that's on everyone's mind is, have you recruited Kyung Lee to do a Skunk Girl pinup yet?
No, but I have had two beautiful Pablo Romero art Skunk Girls.
Grimlock is saying Skunk Girl looking thick.
Yeah,
Kyung Lee knows how to do the thighs.
Well, but
I will be right back. I really have to go to the bathroom.
But Pablo can even make a chair look sexy.
but I mean, I've got some really good artwork from some really talented artists, so I'm happy with who I've got so far.
That's good. That's good.
When are we gonna name Starfire's like toilet superhero? Because she goes to it about every other stream, in middle of her streams too. You would think you'd learn to go
arch
before.
nemesis.
Oh man.
Would be her arch nemesis.
I'm not the toilet you want, but I am the toilet you deserve.
What the heck?
And everyone's just looking like, what? I have another one in the other room. No, come back. And I went too far. Great.
Good job.
Dial it back.
I'm fascinated by Booster.
Oh no.
What have I done?
Just every time I look at it, it's just like I'm wondering what you're working on now.
I'm doing Catman.
I know you're doing Catman. I'm just wondering
trying
what part
today.
you're working on.
You know you're doing Catman, Booster, but who are you drawing? That's my question.
I'll get you, Shabby.
Cold.
I will get you.
Get me where? Get me where?
Oh,
Please, just no.
Shabby, don't fall for
It's like
it.
a call-out
Shabby,
screen.
nice. Don't fall for Booster. He'll take you down the dark path.
Booster is the reason why we have
Manny
so many
knows he's been down those paths.
Yeah, I've been down those paths with Booster. Look at what he's got me doing, coloring his wolf girl.
Or Manny. For Manny. You need counsel.
That will be forever saved on his computer.
Oh, dude. I still gotta
Making him wonder why.
Your Batman was really good. I still gotta do that.
That was terrible.
The Batman was pretty good.
Do you guys think certain characters like Batman could be considered anti-heroes?
Yeah.
You mean the original Batman when he gun blazing?
I think so.
Well, I mean modern Batman.
Yeah.
Do you guys consider?
I kind of would, because I mean, if you want to consider, what do you consider like against the rules for a hero? Hospitalizing someone constantly, or just murder?
Murder.
I mean, both.
I mean, there's some point you have to draw a limit to the fact that how many of the criminals that Batman has stopped have been spent months in the hospital afterwards.
Oh no! Well, that's their fault for committing crimes.
I mean, I get it. You got to stop them, but to an extent, man.
Like how? Let putting them in jail and then they come out and do horrible things to others again.
I mean, they need psychological help. So does Batman. I mean, there's no debating that. But I just mean, like, you'd be better off killing them, because I swear half the things that he puts them through, they should be paralyzed from the neck down.
Well, you have to remember that a lot of
how many
Batman
criminals have been created? Like, criminals, super mad geniuses have been created because he let them live too. So that's kind of a weird catch.
Yeah,
well, how many villains has Batman sort of helped create? I mean, his biggest one, Joker, is from him. It's from his mistakes.
I have no.
So now they're saying that Batman created Joker.
That's part of Joker's backstory. Is
why would anyone put his
backstory?
backstory?
Oh, no.
That's stupid.
Wasn't there like a whole story like there's 3 Jokers now or something like that?
I don't know. Jeff Johns really likes the idea of making 3 Jokers. It's strange.
It really is.
Yeah, yeah, he does like that idea. I don't like it.
I've sort of dropped.
Uniqueness?
I guess it's to kind of explain why Joker's design changes a little bit. I'm not 100% sure.
I don't like the new setting.
I mean, it can't be as bad as the design change from the animated series from the 3rd to the 4th season. That was just
you know, when I was a kid, I didn't even really notice it, but I was also a really stupid kid.
She admits it. I'm glad.
I mean, I was reading the New Teen Titans comics, and I didn't even pick up that was the cartoon that was the inspiration for the cartoon at the time. Because, but in my defense, they didn't even really use their superhero names. They always called each other like by their real names. But I was also really stupid because I was like, "Oh, cool, Robin's on this team, and there's a character named Raven." And then the Teen Titans cartoon was on, and it's like, "Oh, cool, Robin and Raven are there." And I didn't connect the dots because I was an idiot.
Was.
Yes. Quote unquote was an idiot. Batman wouldn't be Batman without his villains. Well, let's.
I mean, that can be said about every hero. I mean, they wouldn't be who they were without a good foil.
I think that's sort of why Batman has become as popular as he has, is because he probably does have the best DC villains, the most noticeable at least.
Yeah, I would agree with that because I don't think Superman's villains. I mean, he has good ones, but
okay, we got Lex Luthor,
Brainiac,
Electric Girl.
Yeah, but how many of them are household ones that if you tell somebody they're gonna connect the dots with? It's really only Lex Luthor and maybe
Lex and maybe
yes, maybe
Darkseid.
Darkseid,
maybe. Not so much.
Darkseid has, but for normies, Darkseid is only really famous for looking like Thanos, even though he came before Thanos.
You mean Thanos copied?
Yeah, but for normies, because Thanos was on the big screen first, they all see Darkseid as somebody that looks like Thanos.
Right.
Oh, the supernatural friends calling John Constantine ripping off their whatever that thing is.
Yeah.
Retards. Hey, I can say it. I'm Chinese. I call retards retards.
That's not how that works.
That's not how that works at all.
I feel it is.
All that gives you a pass for is racist accents.
Who cares?
Oh.
If retard is a race.
What if she says it in a
racial
accent?
Gamotron, I don't really consider Lex as an anti-hero because what he wants is he wants to stop Superman, and Superman really is the ultimate hero in my eyes.
They're really trying to push for the anti-hero. So
yeah, it depends on what storyline you're going for.
I mean, yeah, I know that he has had those moments where he has been sort of more heroic, but I like it better when he stays the villain.
Yeah.
Because it keeps... Because he's Lex Luthor, he's selfish.
I do personally like the Lex Luthor that stole 40 cakes.
I too enjoyed the Lex
He stole 40 cakes, not one.
And that's 40. Terrible.
Goals right there.
And no, that is canon. That's just like amazing. I'm like, oh. Okay.
That's like some Kids Next Door. Like that's an episode for Kids Next Door right there.
Today our villain's Lex Luthor. Oh no, he shot number 2. He shot number 2.
And stole his cakes.
And stole all the cakes.
What will we ever do? Number 1.
Why did he have to steal cakes?
He wanted them.
It's early comics. They have to do this.
You're talking about comics in the 50s, right?
Yeah.
I believe it was supposed to be like some kind of math teaching book.
They were trying to... Like, if Lex Luthor stole 40 cakes and Superman gets 32 of them back, how many does Lex still have?
Oh no.
I thought you were going to say, how many did Lex eat? And I was going to say, it doesn't matter. He's diabetic now. You eat 8 cakes, you're probably got problems after that.
So the question is, what kind of cakes were they?
I don't know.
No, that doesn't look very good.
I mean, if it was cupcakes, that's simply just picking up a box.
I mean, in the original comic, when no one was looking, Lex Luthor took 40 cakes. He took 40 cakes.
Super rich? Couldn't he afford?
Yeah, that's what I said. He's so rich he can totally.
That's how evil he is.
Probably buy 1,000 of them.
Lex is so rich he doesn't care. But how do you think he got so rich? He stole 40 cakes and sold them for 40 grand.
Well, he stole them from babies. That's the important part.
Why?
Because babies can't fight back.
That's so ridiculous.
Well, look, guys.
In the original story, he only hated Superman because Superman
stopped him from stealing the cakes.
No, because Superman caused him to lose his hair.
Yeah.
Well, I'm telling you, my hair's spinning and I'm feeling a little stabby.
It really is.
We were told.
He's so happy too. Look at that.
I can't
He's like,
tell what type
"Oh,
of
yeah."
those look more like overgrown muffins.
I don't know what kind of cake it is. Why? That's the question. Why?
Telling by how happy he is, I think there may be a little bit of weed in
He's
those
like,
cakes.
oh yeah, weed cake. I'm gonna feed it to all the supermodels. It's the Aunt-May's wheat cake.
No one can tell him no.
Nobody can tell him no. Yeah.
Want some more wheat cake, MJ?
I'm not a Twitch thought Santa Raven, but thank you for that.
Yeah, she's a YouTube thought.
Yeah, because I'm like one of the few people that doesn't show my cleavage, but that still makes me a thought.
Are you sure? I thought I was
really
seeing
annoying.
up and down on a stream yesterday, so.
What? I missed it.
What?
It's a thought joke. Don't worry about it.
Baked Luther.
Gosh.
Okay, so I'm kind of curious if there's other like really ridiculous things that supervillains have done.
Yes.
Probably.
Especially if they were from the
yes.
50s. Yes, the answer is yes.
Whole
What's
nother
happened?
stream to talk about that.
What's the
Okay,
worst thing you've seen an anti-hero do that you'd still consider them a hero for doing?
That's a good question.
I mean, there's always that, oh, I did it for the greater good, but when does that greater good, like, not balance out?
The greater good.
The greater good.
That's always the dang excuse they pull out.
Cut your neighbor's trees. Awful.
I had to cut down the trees. They were blocking the sun for the greater good.
The greater good.
If we can't have her, nobody else can have her. For the greater good. Remember Hot Fuzz?
That was a great movie.
I love that movie.
Yeah.
I'm gonna make Chester do it our next movie that we watch.
It's so
Ralph
funny,
Street
that
thing.
movie.
You should.
Awful laugh. Ugh.
Awful.
I like Shaun of the Dead more than I like that one. I don't know
Yeah,
why.
but you're wrong.
I didn't say it was
enjoyed
right. I
Shaun
just
of
said
the
I
Dead
liked
a
it more.
bit more.
Your opinion is incorrect, and I hate you.
My opinion. I can have whatever I want.
So,
No.
Jacob, is the lead character of your comic, is he more of a vigilante?
He's very selfish. I wouldn't say he's a hero. He's definitely an anti-hero, in a sense.
Now, what does he do that makes him like super selfish? Is it just killing whoever he wants to get what he wants, or is he just...
Basically, in this world, it's kill or be killed. Eventually. So while he does have some good intentions, he's always himself first to survive, I believe.
So here's a moral dilemma. If he could save someone, but it would put him in somewhat a dangerous situation, would he? Or would he just say, no, I'm not going to take that risk? Well, I guess it depends on how bad the situation is.
Exactly. He
Or it
probably
depends
would.
on whom.
Well, I mean, if it's kill be killed situation,
What if he
you
had to
die
throw
for them.
40
Would you die for
cakes?
them? Would he die for the 40 cakes? Oh, dear Lord. If he had to save the 40 cakes, would he be able to?
Now we're asking the hard questions.
Well, okay,
40
just sort
cakes
of
are
continue the
40.
meme from last week. What if we gave those 40 cakes some hoods?
Oh my gosh, perfect.
No one would touch them.
And they're evil 40 cakes.
So I do have... The chat did answer my question on some of the more ridiculous stuff people have done. There was one time when Wonder Woman was turned black, then DC threw her out of continuity, and she once had ditched her superhero responsibilities to become a fashion model in the 60s. Is that true?
What?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
It's true.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Really? Wonder Woman was black for a bit? Was it actually Wonder Woman, or was it somebody different?
Wasn't it Lois Lane?
When was a black farmer?
Maybe kind of
I think
combined
it was both.
No, wasn't it
I think
Nuba
they
or
both
something?
did this.
Game Motron's Superman killing the Joker at the start of Injustice was pretty messed up. It crossed a real line and had real difficulty reading it after that. Yeah, I mean, I would admit
Anytime Superman
Injustice.
kills anyone, it's kind of
Well, okay, but you have to keep in mind that he only killed Joker because Joker not only nuked his city, but got him, like, drugged him into killing his wife and unborn child. So that's one of the only situations where I would kind of justify him killing the Joker.
And then laughed in his face about it. I mean, yeah, I get it. That everything else is bad, but he has the balls to laugh at the Man of Steel in his face. He's like, I killed your family. What are you gonna do? Oh, that's what you're gonna do.
Well, that entire series, as dark as it was and as out of character as it was for a lot of these heroes, I could kind of understand the circumstances, because this is a Superman that not only had his city destroyed, but it felt like what would happen if Kingdom Come, if that Superman, instead of just losing hope in humanity, also decided that F humanity, I'm just gonna conquer all of it. So
I mean, it just made you ask the question: where do you draw the line at? Stop. Where do you draw the line at and say, like, I'm just gonna kill this person now? I'm done with it.
I mean, to compare Injustice to Nightwing New Order, where Nightwing New Order, you can't really justify why he went sort of evil, because he, like, Bruce Wayne dying, we've seen that happen to Dick before, and he didn't turn evil. With Superman, he murdered his own wife and unborn child because of a drug. So that one I can kind of justify a little bit more than in comparison to like Nightwing New Order. Yeah.
God, Hercules.
You know what that means, kids? PSA: don't do drugs.
Don't do drugs.
Louis Lane was turned black once in the 50s to do a report in Africa.
Yeah.
Oh,
that's weird.
Yeah, Punisher was turned black once as well. It's all very strange when that just kind of happens.
But not blackface.
Maybe I should hand over mine. Starfire once had spiky hair and pointy ears once. Like, right in the middle of a series, she went from being, like, very, like, Starfire looking, and then, like, the next issue, it was like, oh, hey, I'm, like, an elf now.
I'm an elf. I like cosplay. I'm an elf.
You know what the best part was she only stayed that way for, like, 2 issues, and then they were like, okay, yeah, this design is kind of terrible. And they dropped it pretty quick.
I thought it was because, oh, shoot, they realized.
We have we have Gary Shipman in the chat. I wonder why.
Oh, because we have his daughter here.
We've kidnapped his daughter and we won't let her go unless we get $50 million.
He doesn't trust you. That's what it is. He wasn't in my chat last night.
We're holding her for ransom now, and we're
hostage. Please help me.
We want all.
She will draw.
It's gonna turn into an
Please
episode of
stop
Taken.
it.
Oh no, that sounds a lot. It makes a lot of sense.
How did we get so off topic?
Because we're anti-heroes. We don't follow.
Why is an anti-hero now?
I blame the 40 cakes.
Very anti-hero.
No, the 40 cakes are important to describe that. That's why he's not an anti-hero. Anti-heroes don't steal 40 cakes. Steal 42.
Steal 42.
They steal Girl Scout cookies.
They go for the more expensive things. The Girl Scout cookies.
Make the Girl Scout cry.
Good, they deserve it.
Yes.
Shit.
Yeah, they
You
do.
see how much they charge for them cookies?
That's criminal.
Smack them around.
The real villains of the universe are Girl Scouts.
I mean, I bought it once, and I was thinking, why did I pay $12 for this box of cookies? And I go to the grocery store. They're selling for $5. I pay more than twice the price to pay for those silly
ripped you off,
Girl
Dinah.
Scouts. They ripped me hard.
Mr. Marvel was a little too busy for this week, but he did say if I give him more of a notice, that he'll try next week.
Ooh, nice.
Okay.
Oh, that abomination scares me.
What? It's looking beautiful. I don't know what you're talking about.
So what do you think makes a good anti-hero character?
Well, I think I know what makes a popular anti-hero, because look at Deadpool. I mean, think of the most popular anti-heroes currently, which is Deadpool, Harley Quinn. Most of them are kind of known for being insane. While I don't personally like those characters because I find them very annoying, which is kind of ironic coming from me since I'm like one of the most annoying people out there. But I find them to be very annoying in the stories because I don't really enjoy the fourth wall breaks as well as some of the other people do. But I can definitely see why other people enjoy them.
I think it's like something that's different.
Deadpool.
Yeah, but when everybody likes Deadpool and Harley Quinn, are you really liking something different? Or are you just following what other people like?
Usually it's there just following. I mean, I told you I know this girl. She definitely doesn't care about comics at all. Suicide Squad comes out, and all of a sudden she's like, I'm dressing as a gender bend Joker, and my friend is dressing as Harley Quinn. I was like, oh my gosh, seriously? You never touch... She make fun of me for being a nerd and a weeb back then, and then she's dressing as a gender bend Joker. It's like, yeah, good job.
I mean, this is something I've always stood by because this is something I've noticed as a woman growing up reading comics. 9 times out of 10, if a woman says she's a Harley Quinn fan, she doesn't actually read comic books.
Right.
Probably never read it.
Now, there are some that do, but the majority of the women that I have met that are huge Harley Quinn fans, they only really read her Wikipedia bio.
Just so they know the basic information.
Yes, just so they know that. No, I'm not judging people if they do that. I mean, to each their own. And as long as you're supporting these characters. But I do kind of hate it when people come up to me and they clearly don't read comics, because this happens to me on Twitter sometimes. People are like, well, you don't really read comics, and that kind of frustrates me because I know that people think I just read Teen Titans comics. And while I do read mostly Teen Titans comics, I have read enough on other issues and other heroes to know the basics of these characters and to have an understanding of some of these characters. Now, I'm not going to go out of my way to buy like a Wonder Woman comic or buy the Superman comic, but if there's a comic that I've been recommended, I will read it. Now, it does frustrate me, though, sometimes when people that clearly don't read comics are telling other people that they don't read comics, so that's very, very annoying to me.
Yeah, I'll tell them, go eat a mochi and go
it
choke
annoys
on it.
me too.
All of a sudden, this fake kids show up and telling us they are the one making fun of us, saying that we are weeps or stupid geeks.
Yes, I mean, this is something I noticed in high school. When I was in high school, Arrow came out. I actually was interested in that series because I was like, oh, they're using Green Arrow, so they must be like really big fans of them. But then the girls in my economics class were talking about how great Arrow was, and I was like, okay, so this is not something I'm going to be interested in, because these were the same ones that actually mocked people for liking superheroes. So I tend to stay away from the stuff that the girls that you can clearly tell don't really like superheroes, but like things because it's popular. And while I do appreciate people that support the shows and support the heroes, it is still annoying when they try to explain stuff to you that you're just sort of like, okay, I already knew that. But thank you.
You're just too nice. I'm just like, get out of my hobby.
Well, I think people like me are why comics are dying, because we sort of allowed them to come in and we didn't really fight back.
We allowed too many thoughts in here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But the best thing we can do is hope that we can sort of get control of these heroes again, so we can, because it definitely does feel like that. Well, for a while, Rebirth felt like it was going in the right direction, but it definitely does feel like there is more care to some of these characters than there were
Heroes
4 or 5 years ago. Then Heroes in Crisis, yeah. Then that happened. But Starfire hasn't been in Heroes in Crisis yet, so I don't have anything to complain about.
Yeah.
Bring back gatekeeping. Raven works in mysterious ways. Not really Lorenzo. She actually has powers based off of her demon father, so that's not very mysterious.
I like that. Pope Raven, but okay.
Pope Raven doesn't work in mysterious ways at all. Pope Raven is very predictable.
Yes. We have Tank Ferret in the chat. Yes, thank you, Santa Raven, for promoting my Patreon. Real quick, I do want to say thank you to all of my current Patreons. You guys have really been very helpful, and I will make sure that I get on to everything that I have planned for my patrons as well, because it's going to be super nifty. I've actually have a handful of people request some really funny videos, and it's going to be a lot of fun.
There we go. I'm making sure this cat man is packing.
Okay.
So does your cat man use the litter box?
No.
No, I'm just gonna put it on another artist so we don't have to see Booster's package.
No, real anti-heroes don't have time to go to the litter box. They always carry Depends.
They wear diapers?
I mean,
they wear grown-up diapers?
Yeah.
Does Superman use the bathroom when he's out and about, or does he just go like to the stratosphere, take a dump, and let it fall?
Wow. I think he probably packed some tissues. But
I
he
think
do it
you guys
so
are
fast
asking
that you don't
questions
know.
that I don't want the answer to.
I kind of do, because your arch nemesis, the toilet, might come up with some problems.
No.
I'm about to get kicked. It's been nice knowing y'all.
So, Good Dog Press, what character is that you're currently focusing on?
This is from Argos Creations. That's one of his characters. So he's a pretty big dude. That she's gonna be slaying him also. So I'm gonna put
I
him.
like that design. I really like the design.
Is he wearing a skull as a shirt?
I don't know. I didn't
armor,
ask.
plate armor.
Armor.
I mean that.
It looks like a kind of like a reptile. Yeah.
I mean that looks cool. I'm sitting here like, is that supposed to be shirt or is that a skull? And if it's a skull, I'm terrified.
Yeah. So
because I don't want to see something that has that big of a head.
Yeah,
it's kind of creepy.
I mean, this is the character, the full body character to this.
Ooh, Spawn's coming out nice.
Yeah, this is looking pretty badass. This character that from Argos Creations.
Right.
Yeah.
That is cool.
So he's gonna be on the cover.
I've been told to put it on Jacob. How you doing tonight, Jacob?
Not the drawing, just Jacob.
Just not.
Ignore the drawing. It's all Jacob now.
Yes, this is actually every Saturday. I actually trick all these artists on here so we can stroke Jacob's ego. No, we can't stroke it enough to pronounce his name correctly, but.
Jacob. That hurts.
No, I've actually had a guy come on here and try and teach me how to say it, but it would be absolutely embarrassing. So I will never. Your name is just Jacob.
Oh, okay.
Or Jacob.
I guess I'll take
Jacob.
It's better than being called Bob. At least she's trying to give you something close.
Yeah, at least I'm trying.
Yeah,
now,
for that.
Now, your character, how did you actually come up with the design for him?
It was a long, long trial and error.
Fair enough.
And yeah. Basically, I just look at what's popular. When you look at the most popular heroes, who are they, right? And I took the elements that were popular at all of them, and I just kind of moved them together. Add a bit of Conan, and this is what came up.
Cool.
I see that. The Conan.
I like that.
What was that?
Oh, Adrian says that he saw he can see the Conan. Let me see if I can actually turn Adrian up, because I always forget that I have to turn him up. Okay. Tracking a Dylan. What? I don't even know what Tank is trying to say there, but I'm kind of scared what he's implying.
Packing a Dillinger holdout. He's talking about my Catman's donger.
That's why I was scared of what he was implying.
Oh man!
I'm just surprised that Booster is not gay.
No, I thought he was.
I am a very ungay. I am so hero that I can appreciate a good donger.
All right. Let's get off the inappropriate talk, please.
Next week on At the Altar, heroes with cod pieces.
Oh, jeez. Next week's panel's gonna be a bit PG. I'm sorry, sir.
Please don't bring your children for next week. But no, Ninja, I really like how you started off with a cape and then you started drawing the body. I think that was a really cool thing that you did.
Thanks, I agree.
Yeah, Ninja.
Did we just scare him off because of Booster? See, it's all your fault.
He heard
No,
Oh,
he's right.
sorry, I was mute.
Yeah, he was focused hard. Don't chastise the man for focusing.
For having a
Yeah,
good
sorry.
attention.
I was
Now, the thing
I
about
got in what's that?
the thing about Spawn is, I believe,
Yeah.
was it Crow that told me about the cape, where they wanted it to be as ridiculous as possible? Or am I just imagining a conversation?
You may be dreaming.
No,
I
in,
may be dreaming.
in the first Spawn movie, the cape was
Spawn?
completely CGI. It was crazy. It was all over the place.
The cape blew in the wind when there was no wind.
Yeah, it was ridiculous.
I'm inside a closet.
Cape
It
is
blows
alive.
in the wind.
The wind follows me.
That's because the cape is alive.
Maybe his cape is
Cape
part
is
of his
alive.
body.
Well, his costume,
Yeah.
his costume is
costume's
supposed to be
alive.
like alive.
I get it, but at the same time, you would think even a living costume would be like, I'm gonna sit still for a bit. I'm done.
Oh, just like when you're watching
Don't
Gundam
keep
and then you
tired.
see they're flying in space, but somehow
It's
they
made
have
of
to flap the
Hell
wing. I
power.
was like, why do you have to flap the wing when you are in
Yes.
space? There's no air.
No, okay,
Curse you in your logic.
doing Spider-Man, like he loved doing the webbing and stuff, the crazy webbing on Spider-Man. If you look at his Spider-Man books, the webbing is nuts on it.
Yeah.
Well, that's his way of doing it. He just decided that he would have Spawn's cape just go insane.
I love it.
In the
That's what
brain.
to do.
See, every time I try to draw Spawn, I hate when I have to draw that cape because capes are my weakness. But I love the
Cape?
design of Spawn.
Cape is easy.
Yeah, not for me, not for poor little Pope Fire.
Sometimes.
Yeah,
Really?
Sometimes capes are hard.
Sorry, I just never had a problem drawing capes before.
It's all
You're
comes
just
down to
better than us.
personal.
Well, maybe we're not all as
No.
good as you.
I just like
I mean,
clothing.
Diana.
I like
I'm so
clothing.
sorry.
I don't know what you guys are talking about. My cape's excellent. This was very easy to draw.
Yeah, I'm sure it was, Booster.
Yeah.
Yeah, not all of us
When
can come
you
into
when
drawing
you
a
put in
quarter and
no
half an hour
effort
later and still win.
whatsoever.
I cheat and I won, okay? Well, it's not really me cheating. It was Dillard's fault. I thank him for that. He helped me win.
That's right.
Wait, was John's piece that bad that people just had to vote Dinah?
I think
No,
it was
John-
He
was
draw. He
asking
pretty
for a
much draw
spanking.
Richard. He pretty much
Oh.
draw Richard in the Captain Marvel costume. And also,
Yeah, but I
it's
think
not
what
just Richard. It's Richard smoking.
yeah. But what people
That's
voted for
hilarious.
was that Dina was giving it as good as she was getting it. I mean, she was giving it back to John Dillard.
Oh.
Well, because he wants to play ball with me, so I'm gonna hit hard.
Oh yeah.
She's not gonna pull no punches.
I don't see John and I
and he
have
loved
this
it.
mutual
He loved it.
understanding. We don't fight each other. Now
Oh,
I'll
he
troll
fights-
other
he
people, but I
picked on
don't
me.
troll
That's the
John.
problem. That's the problem. He picked on me. He kept picking on my accent. I was like, yeah, you need to go out more to see more people.
Oh jeez.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Not really my fault.
Oh god, that is so good.
That was good.
That's terrifyingly good. How do you do it?
Can you do that again?
The what?
Trusty has voices, I swear. He does a different voice every week.
That's right. You never know who's going to show up when I'm on the stream.
All right, Sean, calm down.
I told Brian Shearer that we need to do a stream together so that he can do Michael Caine and I can do Sean Connery.
All right, Sean, please tell me your Bond. I need to hear you say your Bond.
Do you expect me to talk, Goldfinger? No, Mr. Bond. I expect you to die. Here, what was up with this? The jam trousers. Now, who really needs that?
Oh my god.
I don't know why I love Sean Connery in those movies.
Did you ever
see
Highlander? Did you ever see
Connery is the best? Huh?
I was just going to say, did you ever see the Disney movie Darby O'Gill and the Little People?
Oh yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, young
I
Sean
did.
Connery in that one.
Yeah, I was
That
a
is
really
a
funny
young
one. I like
Sean
it.
Connery, yeah.
So, Diana, if it makes you feel better, Pope Raven says your accent is sexy.
Oh, thanks. He got a better accent. He's an Aussie.
Yeah, no, not Aussies.
No.
Okay, I
Not
kid you
Aussie.
not. Booster and I were playing Borderlands the prequel sequel, and every single person there sounds like Ricey. And it's the absolute most annoying thing. The entire time we're playing it, I'm like, why did they do they didn't just go with just like different Australian. No, they went with really high pitch on all of them.
Maybe they're trying to show everyone their existence.
Not
Don't
everyone
forget
could
about
be as
us.
awesome as Hugh Jackman. The
I
one
thought
good
Hugh Jackman is
Australian.
Canadian.
She is.
No.
Hugh Jackman's Aussie.
No.
No, he's way too
Aussie.
too cool.
Wolverine's
to be
Canadian.
No, he's Canadian.
Yeah, Wolverine's Canadian, but Hugh Jackman isn't.
Oh, okay.
I thought he was British for some reason.
We're making Hugh Jackman.
I only know
Canadian.
Canadian have hot
Canada now.
babes. I don't know about guys though.
But we're upgrading him to Canadian. That's how awful Aussies are.
That wouldn't be an upgrade at all, would it?
It's a slight upgrade, believe me.
No,
Wow,
not in
way to hate
American
on
standards.
Canadians. There's some nice Canadians.
Canadians are the worst.
Mm-hmm.
They're so friendly, unless it's hockey season.
And they're a lot
Sorry.
funnier than we are.
They're what?
They're a lot funnier than we are.
Yeah, probably.
They can't even make fun of anything anymore. What's so funny about that? Maybe that's the funny part. Not funny
I'm just
anymore.
old. I'm thinking of SCTV.
Not so funny, huh?
Now, I think Jacob has the best accent, even though I can't ever understand what he's saying.
Oh my god.
Jacob is Czech, right?
Yeah.
Oh my god, just get over with and shag already.
Oh, Booster. This is funny. I have a friend who went to a conference over at Euro Disney. She was working for GE, and they had some British counterparts there. They all went out one night to one of the clubs, one of the Disney clubs, and they were playing beach music. And so my friend Laurel, she looks at one of the British guys and says, "Hey, come on, let's go shag."
Oh my.
Now she was talking about the dancing, of course. And he was like, "I beg your pardon."
Oh my god, that's terrible.
I don't understand what that means.
Well, like a
Wow.
true modern anti-hero, we have gotten so far into left field that we are completely off topic.
Well, we figured if we
Thank
kept
you.
going that direction, we would end up in the right field.
Yeah, you keep going to
I don't know
the
if it's
left and
working.
then you come around back. That's
That's
the
how
clock
circles
works.
work. That's why we're
Yeah.
not on a flat planet.
Poor little Shawnee is probably going to be terrified.
Oh gosh.
We're sorry, Sean.
I'm not.
Sorry, Gary.
Sorry, we are grumpy old people.
Sorry,
I'll
Gary.
get there.
Well, that'll.
No, you're pretty old, Adrian.
Oh, come on.
Oh my lord.
I mean, you're not as old as Manny, but you're
No,
still.
I'm not
Manny.
the oldest guy on this panel right now. I beg your pardon.
Well, Trusty has the heart of a young person. We've adopted Trusty as one of us.
He's just one of the kids now. Yeah.
Yeah, he's just one of us
One of
now.
the Titan squad.
Are we
I love
having
you guys.
no,
Let me go get my oxygen.
an age?
And we got
Oh man.
Having
I
like
can-
an age draft like they had the racial draft on the. They will have an age draft now.
Yeah, we got to
Yes.
fill the age quota.
Thank you, Nighthawk, for telling people in my chat that Gary is streaming. Thank you.
Yes, he is.
Everybody leave. Go.
Go.
Everybody go check out Ghost.
Gary should be streaming watching his daughter.
I know.
I
us
think
more
it's
views.
probably safer not to watch us.
Or else we will be unsafe.
We're gonna give Gary a heart attack.
Poor Gary Shipman.
Yeah, I feel some sort of way.
I'm very proud of myself. First time I draw a male for so long.
All right, we are at our hour mark, so we're gonna show off some of the artist pieces here, and we're gonna start with Adrian. Adrian, can you check your camera real quick because it's only popping up your icon? So we'll go to. I usually like to skip Booster, but we'll go to Booster.
Am I not sharing?
This is my Catman at the moment. I started
Wow.
thinking.
Why does he
It's
have
beautiful.
a icon?
There you go.
He's
How is he? Well, why is he scary? What? I put a lot of effort into this.
Hey,
I
that is
don't like it.
absolutely the expression that both of my cats wear 24 hours a day.
It's
Yeah.
true.
Yes. That's cats.
I put a lot of effort into this one.
Oh my lord.
Another masterpiece from Booster. Don't encourage it, Lorenzo.
Booster
Dinah, can you
it's
show
great.
us your piece?
Oh, not
Well, you definitely are improving, Booster.
Everyone's bullying me.
really.
You're doing
See
great.
that? You
Now,
see it?
who is that?
Oh, I'm supposed to be drawing Alex Mercer.
Oh, okay, gotcha. I just don't know who that character is.
Prototype.
Oh, that's
Prototype,
good.
yes.
Bring it down. Oh yeah.
Yeah, I was
that
gonna
looks good.
say, yeah, the guy from Prototype.
Yeah.
I do
don't
not like
think
what they
that
did
played
with them at
with
the end of the second one.
Oh,
Yeah.
I don't consider the second one is real. It's never exists.
It's fake.
It's
fake
fake.
news.
Fake news.
I'll agree with that. I mean, I liked the game. I liked how it played. I did not like how they treated him at the end. Which is like,
That's a horror game, isn't it?
not
No.
necessarily.
It's just a very gory sci-fi.
Bio-
Okay, that's why Pope would not play it. Pope is not big on gore.
It's ultra gore. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
What are you talking
people-
about? The man becoming a singularity is considered gore? Oh my goodness.
Pope doesn't even watch Attack on Titan. Like, I
Yeah.
don't do gore. I have a very weak
Really?
stomach. Yeah.
Then you don't know the majesty of Levi?
I know Potato Girl because one of my friends cosplayed as her once, but I don't watch gory stuff.
You mean
No,
Sasha?
yes, Sashi, Potato Girl. My friend actually cosplayed and ate a raw potato and won a
Oh, wow.
cosplay competition because she ate a raw potato.
It's
And
commitment.
commitment. I was wondering why on earth she was that crazy to do that, but hey, to each their own.
Potato. It's like a carrot. You can eat it raw. It's not really
You can eat potatoes raw.
Yeah, but it's kind of gross.
anything raw.
Yeah, wouldn't.
Tastes weird. All
Eat
this
it with the
flavor of
skin.
starch.
With the
I didn't
skin
say it
on.
was good. I said you can do it.
Ugh.
Yeah, I
Okay,
know. That's
one,
what-
the skin is actually good to eat. Star. Let's not hate on that.
And even when I'm really poor, I'm not gonna eat a potato raw. I'm Chinese.
Your power away from you, Eagle. Now you have the wrench. Good Doug Price, do you want to talk about your piece a little bit?
Sure, I'll talk about my piece. How do you like your portrait so far?
Ooh, nice.
You and friendly neighborhood ninjas kind of butting heads right there. I hope Ninja like dying with a smile on his face between Scalpel Zero's legs.
Nice.
So this is, like I said, this is gonna be like a variant that I'm gonna do for Skunk Girl, and she's gonna be conquering all pretty much our little community here. So I'm taking their known characters and their known
Hilarious.
properties and putting it in.
Will a Kiwi make it in there?
I'm just thinking where I'm gonna put that beak. So I'm like, where would be the funniest place to put the beak where everybody would know? Oh, that's Booster. So I'm in there. That's for
My
sure.
beak will make a cameo.
I know where Booster would prefer to be, but I don't want to say.
Where would you prefer to be, Booster? I want to hear this.
I want my head crushed by those thighs.
Oh,
You know it as a Booster.
oh, I was thinking of that. And make people just wonder what the hell is that long beak coming out of there.
Why is there a beak there? This doesn't
Yeah, they
seem
think that.
right.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're
Tiny
not gonna
big
think
bird.
it's a beak. I'll tell you that much. If it's between-
It will be tastefully done, that's for sure. But yeah, that's what this is right now. So I'm just playing. I'm playing at it, just working at it. It's going slow tonight. You know, you're not gonna see anything finished tonight. That's for sure. Just getting the
Mhm.
content.
Dinah, somebody
Yeah?
said
Pretty
the
good,
Chinese
Manny.
are allergic to raw potatoes.
Hilarious.
Thank
The
you.
what?
Ninja.
Are the Chinese allergic to raw potatoes, or is the chat just lying to me?
I think they're lying
No,
to
that's
you.
probably just a joke. Chinese, we don't like anything raw. We don't even like salad. It took
Y'all
me
like-
years to get used to salad.
Was it
See,
the
I like
Chinese or the
salad.
Japanese that didn't like the
Who the hell likes
salad
salad?
vegetables?
I
Well,
like
okay, our salad in Hong Kong is made of macaronis, miracle rib, and a can of fruit punch and some apples.
But I
So
consider
nothing is
like salad.
fruit salads is acceptable, but vegetables, my people don't consider that edible if it is not cooked, because we're really worried about what about the bug eggs, what about all this stuff that you have in there. You want to make sure that you cook it.
See, I'm not big on raw food either. No, the only big raw food I'll eat is carrots, and I will eat salad. But carrots, I don't like carrots cooked. I know that's weird, but I am not big on cooked carrots.
You
They're
still
not my favorite either.
you're still 1/4 Chinese, honey.
Yeah, 1/4 Chinese.
Hmm.
Yeah,
That's how you
I'm
get
a
it from.
Chinese. My grandfather actually, well, my grandfather actually came from China. But I'm white enough to where people don't believe me, so it's kind of funny.
Mhm.
Jacob, do you want to talk about your beautiful, beautiful piece right here?
It's this page. Let me show it to you all. Yeah, I've lost some time yesterday, so I'm just trying to catch up
Fair enough.
with it. So I'm going rogue today, and this is
That guy kind of scares me a little bit.
that's what it's supposed to do.
Okay.
It's a scary
Success.
eye. Yeah,
Success.
success. Thank you.
You're scared. You won't.
All right, I gotta get it off that because that's gonna give me nightmares.
Oh my
Third,
god, you're
Brother,
such a
hi.
wuss.
You're
third,
gonna
are you gonna turn your camera on?
Eventually.
Pope actually can't even play Left 4 Dead without mods on, because I have to kill the Teletubbies because the zombies in that game will actually give me nightmares.
I love how you have to kill innocent childhood stars, but you can't kill a zombie that's trying to eat your face.
Okay, that's like the one thing that I am absolutely terrified of is zombies. So I try to stay far away from zombies
They're
as
not
possible.
real.
I know they're not
not
real,
real.
but it doesn't.
Don't
Don't
worry, don't worry, love. A bloody zombie apocalypse will never happen. We're more likely to be destroyed by robots.
When I worked at the solar
Right.
company,
Now, zombie robot.
we actually had people that would commission us to install solar panels and other alternate power sources because they were convinced the end of the world was coming, and a lot of them would have shelter centers in their
Oh, yeah.
backyards and stuff.
Wow.
Some of the people you met were absolutely crazy, and some of them were smart enough to where they'd actually make you think like maybe that could happen, but then you go home and you're like, that person was an idiot. But yeah, that's really cool. Third.
I just realized I forgot the other arm. I hate myself now, but
So, who is this character?
huh?
Who is this character?
Proto Man from Battle Network. It's one of the many different iterations of Mega Man's characters.
Cool.
Mm-hmm.
Shawnee, your Magneto. I like the shading on that.
Well, thank you. Yeah.
Now,
Nice.
this is
that's
Shawnee's
cool.
third stream now.
Yeah, I think I'm starting to get the hang of it. It's fun though. I like talking to you guys.
Now, if you guys do want to get a piece of Shawnee art, you can go to Gary Shipman's Indiegogo, and there's a tier there called Offspring Art, or something with Offspring in it, and you can get you can get a commission from Shawnee through that, or you can go to her Instagram, which is Shawnee Does Art. Yes?
Yes, that is correct.
Aha. I knew it. I got it right. I'm proud of myself.
You remembered.
Yes.
You got it right. I lose the pool.
In this chat, like that's not an accomplishment. It's actually an accomplishment if you don't have a wrench. Nighthawk says he likes that Magneto.
Oh, thank you.
Trusty, would you like to talk about your piece?
Yes, this is the lovely and deadly vigilante Madame Mirage, Paul Dini and Kenneth Rocafort. And, the bobs are for Booster, so.
Thanks, man.
Bobs again.
Appreciate you, bud.
Oh, I feel loved.
Don't encourage him.
Absolutely encourage Booster's addiction to bobs.
It's looking good, Trusty.
Thank you.
Healthy.
I've actually read that book. I really.
I thought it was Carmen Sandiego. I'm not gonna lie.
Well, that is true. I can see that.
Rockefort's art. In that.
Oh, Kenneth was amazing. Even just right out of the gate, his stuff just didn't look like anybody else's. And that's saying something.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So.
Now, I'm not too familiar with this character, so can you kind of give me a brief history of her lore and stuff?
No.
No.
No, I'm sorry, because it was so long ago that I read it that I forgot the story, and I was just trying to decide what am I going to draw tonight, and I was looking, at my bookshelf, and I was like, oh, Madame Mirage, yeah, she'd be pretty cool. So I've got to reread it. Sorry.
It wasn't. It's not just Pope. There we go. I'm happy. Ninja, do you want to talk about your Spawn?
Well, Spawn is probably one of my favorite anti-heroes. He doesn't take no crap. He can kick major booty. Let's see. Todd McFarlane was a big inspiration, I guess, for myself because he is one heck of an artist, talented guy, and he's managed to hold on to his own IP for decades and make a living for himself. And
not turn it into a sex book.
Yeah, really.
It's important.
I mean, he's kept the character pretty much pure to the original idea this entire time. I say, Spawn, or Al Simmons, as some people might know him. He's a good guy. Does what needs to be done. Takes out the trash.
He does all the chores.
He does them, yes.
Brings home the bacon,
Lives
fries
in
it up in a
filthy
pan.
alley. Yes. Hangs out with homeless people all the time. He's very nice to the homeless.
How kind.
He is, yeah.
He's like
Really?
Keanu Reeves.
Thank you, Eagle, for putting all the links to all the channels out here.
Even mine?
No, not boosters. Don't put boosters.
Yeah, no, don't bother.
You should.
I was thinking.
Absolutely mine. You're thinking. What are you thinking about?
Should have held the at the altar when Pope Fire, because then he'd at least have some sort of content on his channel.
Yeah. No.
He wants to become famous without doing any videos.
Yeah.
So like almost.
See, that's lazy, Booster.
Oh,
yeah,
man.
I know.
If you guys call him that, then what makes me? I'm not that much different than Booster now. Oh my gosh, I'm so horrible. I feel bad about myself.
Well, how many subs do you have?
You should.
I don't know how to do anything tech, so.
How many subs do you have?
I don't know. I don't even look
I'd
at
be
it.
really pissed if you have more subs than me.
How many
Please,
subs
everybody,
you
let's
got?
get Dinah above
I have-
Booster.
Booster has 91 subscribers.
I
This
probably
bothers
only have
me.
3 or 4.
What? 91?
Yeah.
Hold on.
Yeah, I
How
have
many
91
does
subs.
Booster
Yeah,
That
91
seems,
subscribers.
that seems
real close.
yeah, that's disturbing.
9 more, and I can finally get my own bloody URL.
It's upsetting.
Jesus Christ. It is. It really is.
I'm gonna start doing Pope Fire, how I would fix certain comics, because apparently the last one I did, which was how I would write a Starfire solo series, I went up like 12 subs. So I'm gonna start doing those because those are actually really fun.
Mm-hmm.
You're
True
welcome.
love.
Thank you.
It's a fun subject.
It is. Because there's a lot of comics that I read that I'm not very happy with. And while I'm not a writer, I still think that there's some that I could probably fix. Like Nightwing New Order. I feel like that could have been fixed with some simple changes.
Oh yeah,
And,
yeah.
and I will
That
always
was
complain
a
about
great
Nightwing New
concept.
Order. Yeah, because it was a great concept, but they completely messed it up by putting zero effort into it and just not even thinking it through. Because if they thought even just a little bit, they could have been able to make this really cool concept make sense instead of, like Nightwing went evil because Bruce Wayne died. And now I'm going to go on a rant that I really don't need to go on.
Nightwing bad.
I just
Nightwing-
think it was a weak dystopian story. Like they needed to do more research on dystopian
Well, they
storylines.
picked Nightwing because Nightwing is very popular among female readers.
They picked Nightwing because they wanted it to be a Batman story, but they were like, haven't we got like 12 Batman stories? Maybe we should pick something else. Because
Yep.
it screams of something that should have been a Batman story.
Yeah.
They're just lazy.
Doesn't Batman have enough dystopian future stories?
Exactly. That's why they picked Nightwing.
That's
Why not?
but they completely misunderstood not only Nightwing but also Starfire, because
They made
Starfire is
look
not.
like a dyke as well.
Yeah, well, I mean, she looked more feminine than Captain Marvel. Let's give her that. She
That's
still
not
had
hard.
a feminine body, but
That's a very low bar, honey.
they.
Yeah. That's the bar is low. It's limbo time now.
Starfire
Hello,
wouldn't just
can you
leave
go?
her kid,
Marvel.
especially with somebody that she knows is not mentally stable.
Pretty low.
Captain Marvel? Are you still talking about Captain Marvel?
No. Starfire ends up leaving her child in that book with Nightwing, for the simple fact that she was upset that she lost her powers. That's not Starfire-y at all. If anything, she would take her son and be like, no, he has powers too. Leave him alone. Don't touch him. But no, instead they were like, well, we gotta make Starfire a female dog in this book.
You mean a bitch?
I've been trying to keep the chat PG, dang it.
That word does
Booster, what was that jackal laugh? Oh my god. Sounded like a
hanging
villain.
out with this fudging woman that
I think it
cackled
sounds
all the
more
time.
like a coyote. No. What's that thing in Lion King that
A
they have
jackal.
those?
Jackal.
No,
hyenas.
no. Hyenas, yeah, the
Filthy
hyenas.
Oh yeah.
They have
Hyenas.
hyenas in
Whoopi Goldberg.
New Zealand. Yeah,
Well,
Booster's Whoopi Goldberg.
I thought you have dingoes, but that was in Australia, right?
Yeah, that's Australia. Yeah.
What do you have in New Zealand? Wild dogs?
A dingo ate my baby.
We have a lot of possums and native birds.
That's what they have to worry about in New Zealand.
You're the
is
possum
possum.
bird.
Yeah, we're trying to kill the possums. Then I have like a shit ton of poison for try to kill them with.
Are you sure you're killing them, or are they just taking naps?
They're getting high.
Oh
Yeah,
man.
they're just waking up all stoned. Oh man, I'm so hungry.
Oh, we'll eat a booster for breakfast.
Here it is. I finished it. This is my cat, man.
One of the sticker commissions we got from Patreon was a booster kiwi hopping out of a KFC bucket.
Oh, have y'all seen the RoboCop KFC commercial yet?
No.
Oh, that's
It's
great.
amazing.
I've seen it.
My
I tell
curiosity.
you, but
Shed a lot,
I'd have to
man.
kill you. Oh no, old Robocop's amazing.
Lorenzo, Joshua is probably the worst person to ask Raven questions to, because again, I don't read Raven comics.
Yeah, no one does, not even the Cult of Raven.
No, Pope Fire actually has read more Raven comics than the Cult of Raven combined.
I mean, technically, could Joshua is worth asking anything? I mean, he can't even convert Night Pope into.
I mean, Gamotron summed it up right there. What does New Zealand have? Sheep and rugby players. It's true. That's our country.
Well, in another universe, Starfire, like, she has a daughter with Dick Grayson, right? And she ends up dying before her daughter even, I believe, hits her teenage years. Well, no, I believe her daughter is like 16 or 15 or 16 when she dies. But she gets very, like, apparently she gets sick and it kills her. But it's so frustrating because Starfire, from where most people base her off of, and the Nightwing New Order based her off of her solo series, which I could kind of understand being selfish and lazy because her solo series was selfish. It makes zero sense though for her to leave her child in any scenario, unless it is to go save her people and trying to keep her child safe from the Tamaranian and Gordanians. But in New Order, instead of doing that, she leaves just because she loses her powers.
Doesn't sound right.
No, that is also not true, McCrank. I have actually watched the Teen Titans series several times as well, so that is also not true. Nice try, though. Also, I need to give
Yeah, you don't want to challenge her for her love and obsession with Teen Titans.
No,
Oh gosh, no.
She is like those Bible master that they can read the whole show back and forth.
Oh, have you heard of our Lord and Savior Starfire?
No, I can't. Kill me.
No.
She just
so
comes
I know.
knocking on your door. If you don't answer, she just keeps knocking and knocking.
I need to make pamphlets.
The Church of Starfire or Pope Raven.
Neither.
Either way is a disaster for everyone.
Either way, you drink the Kool-Aid. Don't worry.
Pope, have you done a video with like your top 10 favorite Teen Titans episodes?
No, should I?
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
Don't give me ideas, man. I'm gonna turn the fan on. It's kind of hot. Yeah.
Well, see,
no, I mean,
Texas is already hot. We're still snowing here. Darn.
Texas is the place to be. Right here in Texas.
Right here.
Right here.
We just got freaking 2 inches of snow, or 3, probably 3 inch, because I stepped in it.
What am I using Sashi and Jacob as models? Jacob is actually voicing God in an upcoming Pope Fire video, and then Sashi, I haven't spoken to her in like a week and a half, but I'm sure if I asked, she would probably like to be a voice for one of the characters I have. I mean, I am in need of a voice actor for an angel, so.
Well, I have the voice of an angel.
You can call Brad.
You're
I
an
have a
angel,
good
not
voice too.
an angel.
It'll be funny because Brad is an atheist. Then you make him an angel. Then it'll be really funny.
Which Brad?
Our trap.
Oh, Brett, Steph. Yeah, okay. You had me confused there. You say Brad. Yeah. Okay. Yes, Brett is our background.
It's a trigger word for Pope Fire Brad. Gotta watch out.
Well, I mean, not really.
All kinds of upset.
What did you say? Brad? No, I was just really confused. I was like, wait, I don't really know a Brad close enough to ask them to.
Sorry, my pronunciation is off.
In that, it's just like you call me Brad.
No, I was just really confused. I was like, I don't know a Brad that I would like be able to ask to voice.
Okay.
I don't know a Brad that's not dead to me.
My pronunciation is off.
I think Pope is probably like the best person to have commission you because she'll come back for more because Pope has an addiction. I don't understand why people would want to screw over Pope with commissions. I also have the voice of an angel. I keep it in the jar in the basement.
My lord.
Oh,
Dear
I can't get
Lord,
this arm right.
mercy on
I
our
love my
soul.
cat. Booster, you can't get a lot of things right.
You're a dick.
Oh.
And you can.
What
And
the
you
heck
can
is
suck it.
that?
I am so sorry. We got so off topic tonight, guys.
So
I don't even know what the topic is anymore.
For those
Okay, what was the topic anyway? What were we doing? Oh yeah, that's right. Anti-hero.
Gateway North, eh?
We didn't talk about the Punisher yet.
No, we
He has righteousness.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, Batman was already doing it in the beginning, just blasting off bad people with machine gun or whatnot. So I would just see Punisher as kind of like a rip-off of the original Batman. I actually think that Batman is cooler though. It's like,
you guys remember when Batman shoved a pole through? Wasn't it a prostitute?
ow.
Oh,
So he
what?
become the
jeez.
Impaler?
I've never heard of that.
Issue
the
185.
Like, does anybody else remember that? Because I swear to God that happened.
You sure it's not fan art?
No, it was a real thing. Let me look it up real quick. But I swear to God,
Starfire is looking at things again. We need to stop her.
Okay, last time we had this conversation, you thought it was Daredevil that did that.
Stop looking
no,
at
I'm pretty sure it was Batman. I'm pretty sure it was Batman. I swear to God.
It was the Batman Free Comic Book Day All Ages Spectacular.
It was Batman.
Batman.
What they
What is wrong with Batman?
I don't know.
I
he
mean, why
become
is Batman
Vlad.
stabbing people?
He become Vlad the Third and impaling people on poles.
The Joker will learn to fear me as soon as I impale him.
So yeah, he's Conrad Curse then. That's how he do
That
things.
happened. I'm not imagining things.
We feel like we all kind of feel like you are.
Seriously, if he do that, then he'll become Conrad Curse for sure.
apologize to the 24 people that are watching this. That was expecting a great conversation about anti-heroes.
Well, every now and again,
No. Let's get
hyper.
started about this. Let's be honest about this. All 24 of them realize that none of us are ever going to be on topic. I mean, even if we had a stream that said no off topicness, we would find something that would be on topic completely. We'd be all on the same subject the whole time. It'd be weird.
This train cannot stay on the rails.
I'm just saying they love you long time, so whatever.
Ah,
What?
got it. Johnny does art, and I think it looks really great.
Ow,
I like it a lot. Oh, Nighthawk. That's really adorable, Nighthawk.
Oh, this stuff is
I swear to
everywhere.
God it happened though. I swear I'm not crazy. I swear I read it somewhere.
Okay, I'm happy with my drawing.
Starfire is going crazy again.
It happened.
She's finally broke, guys. Don't worry about it. Everything will be fine.
I had this old Batman like.
We're having
book
this
of-
technical problem. Oh, come on.
I know he broke a guy's neck because I remember reading that.
Well, Dark
I mean-
Knight Returns.
Batman's done a lot of things.
Like that.
He didn't do his bad.
Yeah.
That's what happened to a guy in Australia.
You thought he was Batman?
No. There's an American guy who go to Australia. He go to Airbnb, and then he didn't pay, and so the host choked him to death.
Oh my gosh.
You don't pay, you die here. What?
You pay now. You don't pay. I took you.
Wait, what? I don't think you understand how this works, lady.
That's one way to avoid a negative rating.
Oh man, I saw it on Twitter. Someone is tweeting it. It was really funny. It's like, that's what you get when you don't make your bed. There's a lot of funny comments from that. It was really sad and weird. He's like, wait, I am guilty of manslaughter, but not murder.
What?
That's what that guy said.
No.
So I'm guilty of manslaughter, not murder.
Sir,
I didn't plan on it.
I don't think
but-
you understand what that means. I'm sorry.
That's funny. I'm just saying that this world there's a lot of cray there.
Yeah.
Hey, cray.
You're just gonna hear that as like, oh, sir, I don't think you understand the definition of that word. Manslaughter. No, it means I killed him, and it wasn't murder. No, it still means murder. It's
not
just a
as
better way
bad,
to
guys.
say it.
Let's run that by Nick Ricada.
Involuntary
It wasn't a
manslaughter.
planned murder. It was just murder. It wasn't planned.
I didn't plan on
Okay,
killing
I
I-
can
him.
see you
wanna
can count it as second degree murder.
It happened. It was an accident. It happens all the time.
Yeah, so that can count as a
It just
second
got in
degree
the
murder.
way of my
Evil
hands.
man.
Jeez.
But no, I really do want to thank Game Motron because he is defending me here, saying that he's not here for the topic. He's here to watch people draw. So thank you for.
Thank you.
Oh, thank
Well,
you
that
so
we
much.
can.
Is that defending you about the
Sharing, sorry.
off-topic comments? Or are you talking?
Yes, Game Motron is my hero, and I have dubbed him Mod among mods.
Oh my goodness.
Oh my lord.
Hey, Game Otron, I'm sorry. She just gave you a worthless thing because we all know that everyone gets a mod.
Yeah.
He did. I don't follow Punisher, but did he go after? I don't know.
Go after who?
Can somebody else
Hathaway?
read this comment? And Hathaway, yes, he went after
Hathaway.
Hathaway. I know the word, I just can't say it because words are hard for my brain.
Word.
So go ahead.
Do it.
Curse those words.
Do it.
Curse the English language.
Do it. Yeah, seriously, English is a weird language. Isn't it you combine 3 or 4 different languages and mix it into one?
Yeah,
No.
it's
And
not.
then,
And then people complain that we Chinese or Asian can't really pronounce English. I was like, well, you can't even learn my language. It's only one freaking character, one form, and then you can just do it. I don't even have to spell it out for you, do I?
and Nightpoke
Yes,
is
yes, you
actually
do.
studying today because we checked on her before the stream. But no, the English language is just so evil because they'll do things like they'll make dyslexia, and then like the most
They'll make
complicated.
it.
word to
They
spell.
make dyslexia for all of us.
They make it a word to spell, and then they do things like put an S in Lisp. So
They're just being mean at this
They
point.
put a
language.
okay. They put a K in knife. Where do you say the K in knife?
Isn't it
Knife.
Idiot.
Jesus
weird? And
Christ.
some sound is silent, but you still spell it out. It's like, what the heck?
Oh,
Yeah, we'll never
How am I
understand what
supposed to learn
silent letters are
anything?
about. Yeah.
Oh, it's the worst. It's such a mean language, though.
I mean, you are a native speaker. You still have a hard time. You know how hard it is for a foreigner to learn that?
I have a hard
Oh, yeah.
time speaking.
And then all these grammar Nazis, I hate their balls. It's like,
What?
hey, you're saying that wrong. Your English is horrible. Your accent. How about you learn
Horrible.
how to speak my language first before picking on mine?
Dinah speaks English a hell of a lot better than I speak Cantonese. And then Santa Raven says Dinah is dangerous in her dungeon.
Oh my.
I am dangerous at what? I gotta read it. What did you did again, Santa Raven?
The K is silent because when you K word someone with a knife, it's pretty silent.
I don't have a gun.
That does not make sense to me. I'm sorry.
Ah.
Okay, did you guys ever watch that Deadpool? Because there was a Spider-Man series where he was voiced by Drake Bell for some reason. Deadpool appears in it, and he says, "I'm going to like
No.
unalive."
Oh yeah. I
Right, yeah, that was
remember
Ultimate
Yes.
Spider-Man.
Yeah, my kids saw that. They were like, Dad, look, Deadpool's on Spider-Man. I was like, oh, okay. It was pretty
And-
funny.
It was pretty-
Yeah, and his arm got chopped into. It looks like some sausage. I was like, oh man, that's kind of a little bit gory.
It's not gory if it's just getting cut into food or something.
But I was just like, I want to eat food. Not seeing that now, I don't really feel like I want to eat that anymore.
Yeah.
We're gonna
Or Adrian.
unalive them. That was probably the best episode in that entire series. But yeah, I really like his origin in that actually, because he gets he's like
Oh, yeah.
born ninjas attacked, and he like pops out a little dungeon.
Oh, and then the ninja stole my mommy.
That was this episode.
Oh, the cackles.
The cackle. No, you know what the worst thing is, Maddie? When somebody gets me to laugh and I can't stop laughing, and then the cackles just don't stop.
She laugh about weird stuff. I mean, when I say me love you long time, and she'll be like, see?
There we go.
She's like that little kid that you can just look him dead in the eye, just keep eye contact with them, and you say pudding, they bust out in the laughter for no reason.
And then you just need to say but, and then they will start laughing too. See?
Oh my god.
Oh my lord.
I'm a happy person. What do you want from me?
You're a happy person until someone says Starfire is horrible.
And then she runs.
And then the cult of Starfire comes out of the wall and annihilates this person for her.
I mean, seriously, if that made me unhappy, I would be really sad every time I have a stream. That's what my fan base is Raven fans trolling.
Maybe you should get more Starfire fan.
Well, I did get a handful after the Starfire solo series I did, but they don't really seem to come into streams, which is fine. I like my fan base as funny as they are. I mean, they keep me really happy, and I love their jokes. Oh, DC Fans United is in the chat. What's up, DC fans?
Ooh, hi.
Hey, DC.
I heard about his name. I think I follow him, but I can't really remember what I did.
You don't remember?
Pretty good kid. He's a good kid.
Okay.
Yeah.
Keeps his nose clean.
You picked
You
it
know.
a lot then?
Yes. I don't know, man.
It's very important during cold and flu season.
You gotta keep those clean nasal passages at all times.
Okay.
Black Firestorm.
I'm sorry. I'm just practical. I'm freaking Chinese. What do you think I am?
Dinah is the problem.
Hateful.
Smart young lady.
I thought you were Dutch.
This panel makes me consider alcoholism.
What?
Alcoholism.
Okay.
What do
If
you
you're
mean,
saying you're considering it,
What do you
you're,
mean? Now
I'm sorry,
you're
you're
finally
saying-
considering it.
I'm saying I'm sorry. If you're saying you're considering it, you're nowhere close to it yet. You have to keep watching. We'll make you do alcoholism. Need a drink.
Don't get fat. Don't make her do that.
I need a drink now.
Slower, slurring.
I speak better when I'm drunk or at home.
No, I've swore off
No.
alcohol after that one stream I did, that drunk stream. I drink way too fast without eating, and
Ew.
it wasn't fun.
I can tell.
Chocolate.
That was painful.
Yeah, you had a
Fantastic.
hard time finding the button to end that stream.
Yeah.
How do I end
How do I
this?
turn it
Make it
off?
stop.
Did you say me love you long time, Booster?
I have not said a me love you long time. Yes, why do you ask? I mean, do you want me to do it for racist sections? I can, but it'll be really awful.
Well, I give you the pass here. I'm the coordination here, so you can do it because I'm
Okay.
doing it all day for fun.
Okay, you're giving me a pass? You're giving me a pass saying, me love you a long time.
We love you all time.
$1 sucky suck. Happy ending.
Okay, I didn't think she went that far.
And there we go.
Oh man, that's not what I'm asking for. I want my money
Stream
back
ending.
now.
She wants her $2. She wants $2 back.
I want $2.
Oh,
Yeah, enough of that.
And the stream is ending.
Hey, I got a pass. It's okay.
oh, you guys are terrible. But it could have gotten bad. Oh no, it did go bad. I actually was muted several times.
Terrible.
Like I was muted several times in that stream.
Probably deserved it.
Yeah, I know I deserved it. I apparently
And or needed
made
it.
a whole bunch of secrets.
Wait, is it? Are we still live?
Yes.
Oh, okay. Just double check. Just double checking. Sure what's going on here with you kids.
Yeah, we do only have about 20 minutes left. Hopefully, the
These
sugar
are
rush from the 40
children.
days will be over by then.
Okay, we were so far away from that. Why did you bring that back?
I just
Why
really
did you bring back the fact that we were talking about Lex Luthor stealing 40 freaking kids?
because I really like it.
It's so
Get it
random.
out of her head.
I told you she's that kid. If you say but, she will keep laughing. That one.
I
I'm a
believe
happy
you.
person. I don't know what people expect from me. Laughing is fun, and I love doing it.
Oh, you should. People should laugh more. You know, that's how you get skinny. If you don't laugh, you get really fat.
Oh, for real?
That's where my jelly rolls are
If
coming
you laugh really hard, then you work out so well on your stomach, and it'll turn into muscles.
All right, we're gonna.
See, there you go, Ninja.
I like
Try
this
that
one.
out.
We're gonna let our artists talk about their pieces because we are gonna watch How to Train Your Dragon after this.
Which one?
So we do want to make sure that we end it at exactly 12. So we're gonna start with Adrian because Adrian loves to be put on the spot.
Which How to Train Your
Hi. It's the shadow. I noticed we were a little too short. Oh well.
All of a sudden, you sounds like Maud from My Little Pony.
Now, what inspired you?
Okay.
This is when there's because I blame this disaster on him.
What?
This is Booster's fault.
What do I do?
Because you get me very distracted. So, what inspired you to go Shadow of Adrian?
Sorry.
I figured everybody would pick a bad character, so I wanted to do something different. The original Batman.
Cool.
Oh, so that is this what's that called? Fallout 4, the Silver Shroud is based on the original one then.
Oh my golly.
What? Wasn't it?
Yes. Yeah, that's right.
I
Silver
am
Shroud. That's
Shroud.
funny. Yo, you play Fallout 76 at all?
No. It's too expensive, and they are mean to the player.
You don't play
more people to play
Fallout.
with.
Fallout just destroys your life.
No, Fallout 76
Right.
was a complete disaster, and I was not going to buy that game.
Just because-
It's actually pretty good. It's actually pretty good. It's an anti-hero of game. Played it. I'm playing it right. I'm not playing it right this minute, but I've been playing. I've played it a little bit. It's good.
Watch out! It's Bethesda shill over here.
What are you lying to people?
I don't support companies that are kind of awful to their fan base.
I don't know what happened to them. Isn't that they have a management change or whatnot?
I think they went with a management change and they focused more on appeasing the shareholders and the consumer base.
It's really mean because they used to love their gamers and now they're just super mean to them.
Same with Blizzard as well, because Blizzard's gone down that path and just completely
Terrible too.
Yeah, they're just completely just like I have faith that Blizzard will come back, but they won't Blizzard anymore. I have a feeling that it's going to be all the people that Activision kicked out, and they're going to have to start their own company. But I'm hoping that that's what happens instead of everybody just going to different companies, because Blizzard is one of my favorite game.
I don't like Blizzard. They always steal other people's work.
Do they?
Yep.
Fine. I'll just go kill super mutants and such by myself then. I was hoping for somebody to come.
Is Blizzard the one who make what's that called? That really weird StarCraft.
Yeah.
Yeah, they stole that. They were making a Warhammer one, and then Games Russia said you can't do that. That's our stuff. They say fine. I'll just slap on a new paint and say call it StarCraft, and they still have the Space Marine and similar thing, but a lot cheaper and rip you off a big time. Disgusting.
Dido, would you like to talk about your piece a little bit?
Okay. Alex Merce is showing you his crawl. How do I hold it? Maybe like this. Can you see it?
Yes. That is a very good. Would you like to talk about it for a little bit? Like what inspired
good.
Alex?
Alex Mercer, I don't know how you guys play it, but I'm being very careful trying not to kill innocent people.
Why?
So,
It's part of the fun.
okay. Now I'll tell you. After I've been to New York, I don't care anymore. Actually, before I go to New York, I will be very careful driving that tank. Oh, I don't want to run over any person. I have to make sure I'm driving in the middle of the road. And I go to New York, screw it all.
And then you realize the AI is literally trying to kill themselves. So
yeah, but
they're
anyway, I'll be like,
don't worry about it.
But yeah, he's showing you his powers. Like, oh, you make me into this. It's supposed to be him facing Elizabeth Queen.
And Bullet's asking you if you played both games, Dinah.
I only played the first one. The second one, just watching the trailer and seeing the gameplay, and makes me sick. I'm not happy with what they did to Alex, so I say, screw you. The second one, I always just love the first one. I bought the first one in 360, and then I play again in Xbox One. Yeah. And yeah, there are a lot of fan arts back in the days. I even make a canvas back for sale back then in the Hong Kong Comic Con.
Coolio.
I was obsessed like you.
Joshua, she's talking about driving in the video game.
Yeah, I'm driving a tank in the video game. And I run over everything. I was like, yeah, screw it all. I hate that place after I've been there.
Yes. See, I just finished Fable Anniversary, I think, last weekend.
Did you ever get that sword pulled out, Stone?
See, I don't. What I do is I'll play like the good ending. Well, I usually play the bad ending the first run through, just because I'm like, okay, I'm gonna be as chaotic as possible. And then the second run through, I'll play it on pretty much what I consider hard mode, because playing the good ending or playing the good guy is sort of a little bit harder because you don't get money as fast, and you definitely kind of get screwed over in a handful of situations. But it is still fun to sort of get the different endings, and it is interesting to see your character sort of evolve with your choices. Good Doug Press, how would you like to describe your piece with a very
Well, it's coming along. I'm getting my concept down. The funny part is the reason why I did this. I was that part in Conan the Barbarian. What is the 3 things that are great in life? That's what I was doing when I was doing this. I was like, oh, I'll just do it tongue-in-cheek. And so right now, what I've got on here, I've got a Canadian Shield, I've got Scalpel Zero, I've got ERTs, I've got Argo Creation, I got Friendly Neighborhood Ninja, and I got Popefire, and Booster finally got in there.
Where's Booster?
Booster is right by Scalpel Zero's Bob's.
I'm a bit disappointed. I don't see Pope's hat. Oh no!
I see a little beak peeking out.
and there's feathers flying in the air. Pope Raven put some feathers in the air by her smoking gun. So that's so it's coming along. I mean, it's going to take a while. I'm going to work on this. It's my new concept for my anti-hero for tonight. Hope you like your portrait, Popefire. Rest in pieces.
Yes, rest in peace. Retaliation will be in full, and I want you to keep an eye out, because remember,
you are the forefront on the cover. You should be proud of yourself. I'm like, geez, I give you the best place.
I mean,
you killed me.
Real estate.
I killed everyone. Come on,
everyone died. It's fine. All the kids are jumping off the cliff.
Manny is smarter than what people give him credit for.
Suicide pack.
Way. Like this is the
all
best
the cool
way to
kids
get
are doing it.
the streamers to promote his book, but also to buy his book, because they're gonna be on the cover. So he's like, I'll put the streamers on there, and then they have to buy the book. It's genius.
Manny is
marketing technique.
That's exactly what it is, Johnny. It's a marketing technique.
Manny gaming the system.
Right.
Actually, gaming the system instead of being played by the system.
Exactly. Come on. Come on, Popefire. You love it. You know you love the damn.
Oh no, I mean, I was gonna support you either way, but now I have to go and buy the book.
Well, I know Niobe came in the chat. I will put Niobe in this too. Rebel Comics. She will make an appearance on this.
Hey, Rebel. How's it going?
Shout out to Niobe. Did you guys go back Avani yet? Go back Avani.
I need to
on Kickstarter right now.
Yeah.
I have so many mods in here. Can somebody put the link to that Indiegogo, please?
It's on
There's a new one come out already. A new Niobe.
Yes.
A new Avani Origins. Right now on Kickstarter.
Wait, if it's on Kickstarter, then I should be able to back that one with my name, because all of my Indiegogos have Booster's name on them. Because the first Indiegogo I got was actually a present for Booster. So now every time I buy an Indiegogo book, it's always with Booster's name, and people were actually like, "I noticed you didn't back my book, Pope," and I'm like, "No, I did. It's just not under my name."
I
did back the book. I just didn't want anybody to know I did.
Name.
Yes,
a very mysterious name. Yeah.
It was actually funny though, because I had got, like, Booster had backed Gary's book, and then I had backed Gary's book, and then Gary thought it was the same person. So it was
That Booster boy, he sure is a good guy.
Booster's backing all those My Little Pony Kickstarters, and
dude, I told you that in confidence, you dick.
All right, Jacob.
I'm sorry, I've been
Would you like to talk
drinking.
about your piece?
No, I'm good.
I will go make fun of Rick Law as soon as the stream is over, Nick Nighthawk.
Yes, please.
Jacob, would you like to talk about your piece before somebody distracts me again?
I'll let someone distract you. You know, it's just me catching up.
I say that word, but.
But yeah.
Butts.
Hey,
I
hey.
like butts.
Hey, Pope Fire. Me love
Yeah,
you long
right.
time.
The Wicked Witch of the West.
I'm actually from the east, so I'm the Wicked Witch of the
Booster's
east.
one of the flying monkeys.
Really?
All right, Jacob, please talk about your piece real quick so we can move on.
Yeah, I don't know what I want to say today. I just
You know what you have to say. We love you a long time, and in that voice, and she will die. She will die right there.
Jacob, I think you have to say it now.
Say it, Jacob.
Say it out loud.
Do it.
In a racist accent, please.
No, not in a
It'll only be weird if you
Don't give in to the pressure. Don't give in to the pressure.
I'm not fun to go with.
You
Oh,
pussy.
guys, he wakes up at like 5 a.m. to be on here. Don't mess with him.
Let's mess with him. He'll love it.
Yeah, it's just what they live for in the Russia.
He's a chick. He's a chick.
He's a chick?
This is fine.
Yeah, it is. Potato.
This is fine. I love it. I love this abuse, though.
All right, third. we got 7 minutes left, so let's hurry, guys.
I do
Because I'm
not
gonna let you
understand
to trade your dragon.
why you Americans run away from me. I do not understand.
Support of our stream.
I feel mocked. What's this about?
Welcome to America, bro.
All right, third. Do you want to talk about your piece?
Just trying to finish up Proto Man. I don't know what to say. If you didn't watch the kitty cartoon when you're little, I mean, I wouldn't watch it now. It wasn't really good. It doesn't hold up.
You know what would be better, actually?
Yeah.
What would be better if the artist didn't talk about his piece, but Pope Fire talked about the piece? Because
Pope Fire, this is your stream. What do you know about the Man in Red?
I was too young for that series, actually.
Okay, I was too old for that series when it came out, and I'm not that much older than you. You were perfect age for it.
Not with my parents. You have to remember that my parents were extremely religious, and I wasn't
Right,
even.
so you're still not old enough for it, according to
I'm not old enough for it.
You're not old enough to
No kissing boys until you're 30.
I actually had to sneak into the living room at night just to watch episodes of South Park.
Oh god.
And I had to sit like 2 inches from the TV because I had to turn on subtitles because I couldn't even have the TV volume on.
Oh, poor dear.
Brutal.
I was a rebellious kid because there was stuff I wasn't supposed to do. Now it wasn't anything like super bad, like I never did drugs or anything, but I was rebellious to the point where I was where I would sneak into the living room and I would eat extra Cheetos or we couldn't afford Cheetos. We always got like the store bought ones, like the ones that
sprayed cheese straight from the can.
Yeah.
She was that little girl that's.
So you were like Lex Luthor. He's still 40 kicks.
You're still 40 Cheetos.
What y'all don't know about what y'all don't know is when Starfire was little, she would sneak into her living room, watch Guy Fieri, and go like, "I'm going to steal all that food one day. All will be mine, and I will have a comic about it."
The only time I've ever stolen anything in my life was when I was in college. I didn't have any food, and I went to the marketplace and I stole a can of soup, and I felt so bad that I told the guys the next day, and they actually gave me a lot of because I didn't have any money at the time because I was really poor at the time, and my parents were very poor, so we so what they did was they told me instead of just taking to just ask them for anything that they could give me, and but yeah, there was a time where I was very poor and I couldn't even afford my own soup cans.
No.
Yeah. But I'm in a much better situation now, and I'm very thankful for my past experiences, and I do not encourage stealing. There's always other things you can do.
If you're really hungry.
Yeah, well, not even like because even then you can talk to the
like you haven't even had breakfast.
Yeah. But yeah, that's a really nice piece there. Shawnee,
yes.
You're Magneto.
Yep.
Ooh.
It's finished now. I just did it with pen and pencil today. Didn't use any watercolor.
Yeah.
But yeah, like I said before, he's definitely up there with the anti-heroes because he is one. And no one's going to talk me out of that. I have been kind of excited about Dark Phoenix, so I was like, why not? So,
you may be the only person I've heard say that.
It looks
I'm curious.
kind of good, though. Like,
yeah.
Apocalypse was terrible, but it looks like it might be good, so hopefully it is.
Yeah, the X-Men movies were always something I would go with my older brother to see because he was big. He was the guy that actually got me into reading some Marvel books. So whenever I go see Marvel movies, I try to see them with my big brother. Doesn't always work out that way, but it is sort of like a tradition. Now, your dad would kill me if I didn't say this, but you can actually buy Shawnee's artwork from her. So
he's much better at that than I am.
So if you have an Instagram, check her out on there. You can get in contact with Gary Shipman on Twitter or Facebook, and he can tell you how to get in contact with Shawnee as well. So there we go. Trusty.
Yes.
Talk about your piece real quick.
All right, here from the book Jacket. Who is this beautiful woman who appears out of the mist? As deadly as she is beautiful, she is cutting a bloody path through the city's villains, who now wear suits and have legitimate businesses. But who is her ultimate prey, and how does this barrage take form? These and many other questions will be asked along with the most pivotal question of all, who is Madame Mirage?
Next time.
This is why Trusty has been adopted as an honorary young person.
Thank you. Thank you. Yes, my wife says I keep her young.
Oh.
Oh my.
I don't get it. Hey, Booster gets it. Okay. Anyway. No, for a while there, it seemed like everything I was drawing was a beautiful woman, whether it was Skunk Girl or Starfire. And, I'm in a private group of Alterna Comics fans. on Twitter, and you know, they sort of made mention of that, and so I said, okay, next thing I do will not be, you know, a babe, and it was the Spider-Man from At the Altar last time. So I'm like, okay, I got to go back true to form now.
Mhm.
You
I
can't deviate from the babe thing for long.
But
Hmm?
the babe is great.
I said you can't deviate from the babe thing for long.
Yeah, don't be from the babe
I
team.
mean, that's literally all I heard is I didn't draw boobs last time. I'm gonna draw boobs this time.
I am all for drawing beautiful women because modern comics are trying to take that away.
We need beautiful
Well,
women.
you
Women are
know-
supposed to be beautiful and desirable. Why are they making them not beautiful? You know
Yeah.
how hard it is to
Because
look in the mirror in the morning when you don't look good?
Oh,
Yes, I
No,
do know how
don't
hard it
care.
is to look in the mirror in the morning when you don't look good.
How dare you say that? You're gorgeous, you piece of crap. Don't you dare put yourself down that way, you beautiful man.
That's our job. We're supposed to put you down.
Yeah, it's only supposed to be Manny that we
You
insult
get
on
me.
this panel. Manny and Booster.
What?
man
All
is
right.
buff. Come on.
Oh no, Manny. Manny is a great guy, but it is still fun to mess with him.
Yeah.
Yep.
All right, Ninja. Would you like to talk about your piece before we close out?
All right. Yeah. If you guys haven't read Spawn yet, go out and purchase all of the spawns that you can because it's fantastic. Spawn is the probably most fun anti-hero you can get. Got some freaking body armor that got from hell, you know. It must be fun having hell powers, you know, manifest some stuff. Just
I mean,
saying.
come on, advertise the man good.
Al Simmons, yeah. Al Simmons, he exacts his revenge, you know. In the end, yeah. Turns out to be a better guy than what everybody thought. Real good guy, that Al Simmons.
Oh, that's a happy ending.
I mean, you could have advertised the body armor a little bit better. He's the vigilante that literally stole armor from hell.
He didn't steal it. He got
did.
that armor legit.
Quiet it.
No, he got that legit.
And then he guest starred on Blue's Clues.
Okay,
I don't remember that.
We will be watching How to Train Your Dragon later tonight, so keep an eye out for the Twitter stuff because we will be posting the rabbit link there. Also, keep an eye out for the At the Altar tag because all the artists should be using that on Twitter. Next
There's
week.
an At the Altar tag?
Yes, there's an At the Altar tag that Booster ignores.
Uh-huh.
But yeah, we do have a lot of amazing artists come on every week for At the Altar, and then we also
And
have
Booster.
show up sometimes. Hopefully next week will be a little bit more on topic and a little less hyped up on sugar, but
No.
no.
It's got to fill up on marshmallow mateys first.
But thank you guys as always for hopping on with us. And if you guys do, because I know a lot of these artists here will actually sell some of these pieces. So if you do want to buy some of these pieces, please check out their Twitters, which is what the At the Altar tag is for. If you want a piece of Shawnee's art, please contact Gary Shipman off of Twitter or go to her Instagram. Please sub to their channels. I know that a handful of people have been posting their links in the chat. And then see you guys all next week.